Welcome and thank you for participating in the City of Helena City Commission meeting. We are pleased to be able to provide this alternative meeting format in the city's efforts to broaden public participation. Please be patient as we may experience technical difficulties during the meeting. We welcome your public commentary during the meeting. Please read the following tips and guidelines for app usage and your participation. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
City Attorney Doctor.
Here.
City Manager Burton.
Here.
Commissioner Logan.
Here.
Commissioner Reed.
Here.
Commissioner Shirtliff.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Here.
And for the record, Mayor Pro Tem Mayor Collins is excused this evening.
Great. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have received the minutes for our July 16th, 2025 administrative meeting and July 21st, 2025 administrative meeting. Commissioners, are there any changes to the minutes? Okay, seeing none, the minutes will be accepted as submitted. Next, proclamations. We have the Hands-on Global Proclamation. City of Helena Proclamation. Whereas the City of Helena acknowledges the contributions of people who are immigrants to our community, economy, and well-being. And whereas recent political attacks across the nation, including in the City of Helena, pose serious threat to civil rights and liberties of immigrant communities. And whereas the City of Helena is proud of its long and distinguished tradition of protecting the civil rights and civil liberties of its residents. And these rights and liberties extend to people who are immigrants. And whereas, in the face of policies that threaten these values, the City of Helena continues to stand for the dignity of immigrant communities. And whereas, immigrant communities in the City of Helena should be made aware of any service provided by a local organization, group, or entity aimed towards assisting people who are immigrants with legal services, community support, and other forms of aid. And whereas, the Hands-on Global started the HEART Helena Area Refugee Resettlement Team in 2022 in response to the fall of the government in Afghanistan. And whereas, since 2022, the HEART team has welcomed families from Afghanistan, Syria, and the Democratic Republic of Congo into our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Commission of the City of Helena, Montana, affirms its support of the assistance to immigrant communities provided by Hands-on Global, an organization with longstanding ties to the City of Helena and whose mission is to serve the disadvantaged and displaced hand to hand and heart to heart by providing holistic and healthcare support through partnerships and collaboration. The Helena City Commission further affirms its support for immigrants in our community and celebrates their contributions to our city. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Helena, Montana, to be affixed this 4th day of August, 2025. Is there someone to accept this proclamation?
Thank you, everyone. My name is Valerie Hellerman. I'm the Executive Director of Hands-on Global and HEART Helena Area Refugee Resettlement Team. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Helena for being an incredibly welcoming and supportive community. And our refugee families, right now we have 11 refugee families living here. They're all working and contributing to our economy, and they are enjoying the safety and the ability to educate their children. And Helena has just been wonderful, so thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Next item on our agenda are boards and committees update. Mayor Collins is recommending the following board appointments. Citizen Conservation Board, the appointment of Tyler Halligan to an interim term on the Citizen Conservation Board. Interim term expires February 28th, 2026. Tourism Business Improvement District, the appointment of Chris Holstead to an interim term on the Tourism Business Improvement District. Term expires June 30th, 2026. Urban Renewal TIF Advisory Board, the appointment of Luke Soper to a first term on the Urban Renewal TIF Advisory Board as a Capitol Hill business representative. Term expires December 31st, 2026. Is there any discussion on the board appointments? Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, I'd like to move to approve the following board appointments. The appointment of Tyler Halligan to an interim term on the Citizens Conservation Board. Interim term expires February 28th, 2026. The appointment of Chris Holstead to an interim term on the Tourism Business Improvement District. Term expires June 30th, 2026. And the appointment of Luke Soper to the first term on the Urban Renewal TIF Advisory Board as the Capitol Hill business representative, whose term expires December 31st, 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Consent agenda, we have item A, claims, and B, authorize the city manager to enter into an amended contract for professional services with Housel Lavagine related to land use plan and zoning and subdivision regulation update. Is there any discussion? Is there any public comment on the consent agenda? I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner.
I move to approve consent agenda items A and B.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Next, we have bid awards. The first bid is the Broadway Storm Sewer Project. City Engineer Jamie Clark.
It's actually a bid rejection for the Broadway Storm Sewer Project 2504. We opened the bids on July 8th, and the loan bid we got was $266,000 and change, and it was nearly double what our estimate was. That's what we're recommending, rejecting the bid, rebidding over the winter, and possibly when contractors are less busy, when we may get more competitive bids. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have on the information you have in front of you.
There are questions or discussion from the commission. Commissioner Reed.
Thank you. Just a quick question. What would be the revised timeline if we had to rebid, estimated?
We would like to do the project, Mayor and Commission. We would like to do the project over the summer, so not interfere with Jefferson School there. It's right in front of Jefferson School. So we would bid it sometime around Christmas or before Christmas, and then award it with the intent of starting as soon as school is out.
Any other questions or comments? Is there any public comment on this item? Okay. Madam Clerk, any online?
Mayor Pro Tem, I have no public comment online.
Okay, seeing no public comment, any final discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I make a motion to reject the bid for the Broadway Storm Sewer Project number 25-04.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Okay, bid award B. This is the bid award for the City of Helena West Main Eureka to Hale Connection, project number 2202. Mr.
Yep.
Clark.
Mayor Pro Tem and Commission, this is one of the 5 parts that make up our ARPA project. This one is under a competitive grant, so it's pretty restricted in when we can spend the money. We have to have the money spent by the end of June, and that's after an extension. We had one bid award for a contract, or one bid from the contractor from Dillon, who we haven't worked for, but we checked references and seems to be qualified as well as easy to work with. And we had one bid, which was about 30% over estimate, but we do have a bit of savings from some of the ARPA pots of money to fund the project. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Are there questions or comments from the commission? Is there any public comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to award the base bid and additive alternative 1 to the lowest responsive bidder, Mike Coleman Construction Incorporated, in the amount of $1,907,354.68.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Clark. We will move on to commission comments or proposals from commissioners. Commissioner Reed.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Dean. I want to say just a quick thank you to the organizers of all the many things that happened in our community over the last week to 10 days. We had the Last Chance Stampede. We had Montana Pride, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something. So thank you to everyone. It was really incredible energy all around. I wanted to give a particular thanks to Montana Pride for organizing a full week of events. I am grateful to everyone who hosted, volunteered, and organized and attended. It was incredible to see the joy and beauty in our community. And I would like to see if there is consensus, given the fact that we've identified that there are no legal obstacles to flying the Pride flag for a week, as we have done in the past, consensus to ask the city manager to move forward with having the Pride flag displayed for 1 week.
Is there commission discussion?
Madam Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Shertliff?
Thank you. I would be in support of this for flying the Pride flag for 1 week.
Any other discussion?
Mayor
Commissioner
Pro
Logan?
Tem, thank you. I think when this subject came up in June, I expressed my hesitance about it. The idea being, I've always sort of viewed municipalities as being nonpartisan and not favoring one group over another. And so the flying of flags, I guess, that seem appropriate to me are those of the nation and the state, and that's kind of my position on it. So I would not be interested in moving it forward.
Thank you. I wonder, first I'm going to preface my question to the city manager that what has precipitated, I think, some of this recently is a silly bill that was passed that tried to encroach on local government's ability to make decisions for themselves. But city manager, can you tell us what the next steps would be?
Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners, it depends upon which building we're talking about. This building's owned 50-50 with the city and the county, and I think we'd want to engage the county on this particular topic before we flew a flag. And I know that there was discussion early on in Bozeman and Missoula, Butte, about the need to pass a resolution to designate the Pride flag as the official flag. I think there's some interpretation out there that one designation counts for all. I think we'd want to be absolutely clear from the city perspective what our legal position would be on that. So I think there's probably a little more work to do before we fly the flag.
I'd be supportive. I think that the legislation that has brought this need for consideration of cities adopting other flags was probably unwise by the legislature, but I'm supportive of starting the process of what that looks like and engaging the county since with the building being owned 50-50, if that's what is required in the process.
Yeah, and Mayor Pro Tem, I'll circle up again with the attorney's office in the morning, and we'll report out to the commission on what a pathway forward would look like.
Okay. Any final discussion? Okay. Is there any additional commission comments? Okay. Seeing none, report of the city attorney.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners, I have nothing to report tonight. Thank you.
Report of the city manager.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners, Mayor Pro Tem, with your permission, I'd like to invite Director Danielson up to report on taxable valuations that we received from the Department of Revenue.
Director
Thank you,
Danielson.
City Manager. Mayor Pro Tem and City Commissioners, today we received our certified values from the Department of Revenue. I was pretty disappointed in the information that I received. Our market values increased by over 22%. However, our taxable values, our net taxable values decreased by over 7%. I inquired about our newly taxable value, which was reported at only $655,000 for the year. I just chatted with our community development director, and I know that the new apartment complex over by Sanders is market value of well over $7 million. So I did reach out to the Department of Revenue to inquire about the values, and the response I got was that our new construction was lower than last year, and that the new tiered tax structure that the legislature passed was responsible for the taxable values decreasing. And that was just a one-sentence reply to my inquiry. So a little bit disappointed in my response from the Department of Revenue. I did inquire again as to how we can have them look into at least our newly taxable value and understand why it's so low, and I gave them the example of, a few properties in the city. Last year, just as a reference, our newly taxable value was only $2 million, or actually less than $2 million. And the year before that, our newly taxable values were about $1.5 million. I think most of us can look around town and see much more development. Although our taxable values and our market values went up in the tax increment financing districts, which is really positive news, there's a lot of development outside of those districts that contribute to newly taxable value that I'm not seeing as evident in our assessed values. So as a result of this, I'm going to have to revisit our property tax revenue budget for fiscal '26, and I will be meeting with the city manager to formulate what that will be, and we'll be bringing that information back to the commission.
Any questions? Commissioner Reed?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Director Danielson. I know you don't have the actual numbers yet, but can you give us a sense of what type of impact this might have, big picture?
Just rough numbers, between $200,000 and $300,000.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan?
thank you. So market value's up, and you say the taxable rate is down. Maybe explain that, the taxable rate.
Oh, that was my question, Commissioner Logan. And the response I got was the new tiered tax rate structure that the legislature passed.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Shurtleff?
Thank you very much. Director Danielson, a couple questions. What can we attribute the discrepancy between our numbers and their numbers, as well as what are our next steps?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioner Shurtleff. Well, my first steps are reaching out to the Department of Revenue to ask them to review the newly taxable property, which I have done. And then from there, if I'm not satisfied with the response, I'll pursue it further.
Thank you.
Just brief note, I think it's worth noting that the numbers that they've given us would be like 1.5, the value of 1.5 new homes if you're looking at what the median home price is in Helena. And I think we can all find multiple examples that there are more than 1.5 new homes that have been built in Helena in the last year.
Agreed. Thank you.
City Manager.
Mayor Pro Tem, that concludes my report.
Great, thank you. Before we move on to communications from the HCC, I did want to note that their public hearing item A, consider a resolution levying an assessment on properties to recover the amortized loans issued under the Residential Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy Loan Program for tax year 2025, will not be discussed this evening and will be on a future agenda.
Mayor Pro Tem, that's item 13A, is that accurate?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
under public hearings. We will when we get to there. Yeah, I just forgot. All right, next is the report of the HCC.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioners. I'm Nancy Perry from HCC District 2. Our last meeting was July 23rd. Our next meeting will be August 27th. At our last meeting, first we received a short presentation from a member of the Chamber of Commerce who was defining their mission and vision of the Chamber. We've developed sort of a relationship now with the Chamber of Commerce. I think that last meeting or a couple meetings ago that you got a list of the love notes that the Chamber had typed up for us. They helped us a great deal with that, and then they came and wanted to talk to us afterwards. We also discussed a recommendation to add a pedestrian crossing on East Broadway where it intersects with Beatty Street. And I don't know if you've received that recommendation or not. If you haven't, you'll be getting it quite soon. And that's all I've got.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission? Okay, thank you, Ms. Perry. We will move on to regular items A. Consider a resolution distributing Downtown Urban Renewal District Tax Increment Financing Funds to PJP Properties LLC for the costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, street and parking improvements, and landscaping at 648 Jackson Street, or 631 North Last Chance Gulch. Director Brink.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. So this is our attempt to add to the taxable value for downtown. In jest. But really, these two projects, we hope will transform that part of the downtown. So these are two separate projects, but consider them as one holistic project. So I'll take them up individually. So the first one, Mayor Pro Tem, as you mentioned, is a request for funds from downtown TIF for PJP Properties LLC, and this is for 648 Jackson Street, which is the Jackson Street side of North Last Chance Gulch property, which, if you know, was a former location of God's Love, our place, excuse me. On June of this year, PJP Properties submitted an application for downtown TIF financing in the amount of $62,252.25. For sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, street and parking improvements, and landscaping on their project. This funding will specifically go to enhancing and better utilizing the Jackson Street side of 631 North Last Chance Gulch by providing dedicated parking and improving access into and surrounding the building. And again, as I've mentioned before, due to the fact that we do not have a complete urban renewal district advisory board, staff is making a recommendation that the City Commission approve this award. Total cost for the improvements in their application is $124,504.50, making this request exactly 50% of the total cost of TIF eligible activities, which is in line with our funding requirements. Background information on the district itself, and I'll repeat these again so we can keep these separate. Downtown Urban Rural Districts Plan, its intent is to eliminate blight, of course, and to encourage redevelopment of the district using TIF financing as specified in state law. Costs incurred in connection with the redevelopment activities as allowed under state statute or are eligible for TIF funding when they clearly serve a public purpose in alignment with the Constitution of the state. In turn, MCA allows municipalities to improve, clear, and prepare for redevelopment any real or personal property in an urban renewal area. As in the present instance, further, this project aligns with the downtown URD plan, which has established goals of 1, upgrade underperforming properties, 2, add to downtown vibrancy with a mix of uses, 3, invest in infrastructure needed for development, and 4, improve transit, pedestrian, and bike connections. As such, this project at 648 Jackson Street wholly aligns with the goals and objectives of this plan. So it is the staff's recommendation that the commission consider and move to approve a resolution distributing downtown urban rural district financing to be PJP properties for costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, street and parking improvements, and landscaping there at their property at 648 Jackson Street. I believe the applicant is probably present if you have questions specific to the project, and I'm happy to answer any questions as well.
Great. Thank you, Director Brink. Any questions or comments from the commission? Would the applicant like to make any comments before we open it up for public comment? Okay, great. Is there any public comment on this item? Madam Clerk?
Mayor Pro Tem, I have no public comment online.
Okay. Any final discussion from the commission? I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I move to approve a resolution distributing downtown urban renewal district tax increment financing funds to PJP Properties LLC for costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, street and parking improvements, and landscaping at 648 Jackson Street, 631 North Last Chance Gulch.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final comments? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Okay. Item B, consider a resolution distributing downtown urban renewal tax increment financing funds to the Montana High School Association, MHSA, for costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, and landscaping for 631 North Last Chance Gulch. Director Brink.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commission again. This is the west side of the aforementioned project that you just awarded funds for, and this is for the Montana High School Association. They're at 631 North Last Chance Gulch. Similar kind of project. This is for sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, and landscaping around their project. And I'm hoping that the High School Association will speak to their project, because this, along with the previous one, will be transformational for that block, we do believe. On July of this year, Montana High School Association submitted an application to Community Development for downtown tax increment financing in the amount of $25,677.50 for those mentioned improvements. Again, this is for the side of the building that fronts 631 North Last Chance Gulch. And again, because we don't have a fully sat advisory board, staff has made a recommendation that the City Commission fund this project. Total cost for all improvements at this site equal $62,387, making this TIF request of $25,677.50, 41% of the total TIF eligible activities. Background information, just to breeze through these again, as allowed by state statute, TIF funding is available when they clearly serve a public purpose, And again, the goals and objectives as outlined in the downtown URD plan. 1, upgrade underperforming properties. 2, add to downtown vibrancy with a mix of uses. 3, invest in infrastructure needed for development. And 4, improve transit, pedestrian, and bike connections in the area. As such, this project wholly aligns with the goals and objectives of the downtown URD. And again, these two projects combined have the ability to totally transform that block as well as that part of downtown. So with that, it is staff's recommendation that the commission move to approve a resolution distributing downtown urban renewal district tax increment financing funds to the Montana High School Association for costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, and landscaping at 631 North Last Chance Gulch. And I know this applicant is present, and I hopefully they'll speak to their project. But again, I'm here for questions if you have any.
Great, thank you, Director Brink. Any comments or questions from the commission? All right, seeing none, would the applicant like to make comments before we move to public comment?
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and also commissioners out there, and also Manager Burton as well. Mr. Burton and I used to coach baseball together a long time ago, so it's good to see him in the room. My name is Brian Michelotti. I'm the Executive Director of the Montana High School Association. If you're not familiar with the MHSA, we are the governing body for all high school athletics and activities across the state of Montana. We have 182 schools that frequently visit the city of Helena to be able to come to our building and be able to share some of their thoughts with what's going on in the world of high school sports. We took on this particular project at 631 North Last Chance Gulch roughly about a year ago. Started the process. We have been in the Helena area in the same building that we are in right now for, roughly about 60 years, and we're right across the street from the Jefferson School, kind of over by the Capitol area there. We decided to move downtown, take on this project, and are really excited to have the opportunity to be right in downtown Helena. As Mr. Brink said, who was very helpful in this process. We are really excited to be right where that building is, transform that area, and really, not revitalize, but continue to revamp Last Chance Gulch as you drive up the Gulch here. So I would also say that the MHSA is a private nonprofit that has been around for many years, and we hope to be in this building for many, many more, extending into as I mentioned, the current building we've been in about 60 years, and we sure plan on being in this one right about 60 as well, 60 or more. So I would ask you for any questions that you may have. If not, I truly thank you for your consideration and appreciate the opportunity to speak with you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions for Mr. Michelotti? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there any public comments? Okay, seeing no public comments. Any comments from the commission? I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to levy, Hi there. I move to approve a resolution distributing downtown urban renewal district tax increment financing funds to the Montana High School Association for costs associated with sidewalk improvements, ADA accessibility improvements, and landscaping at 631 North Last Chance Gulch.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final comments? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item C, consider personnel policies for travel, sick leave, overtime, compensatory pay, and time reporting pay periods. Director McMahon.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioners. This evening, I'm bringing to you several updated policies. We discussed these a couple weeks ago at an administrative meeting. 3 of the 4 are just minor updates to improve our efficiencies. The travel policy has more substantive changes to better reflect updated finances processes, operating procedures, and improved efficiencies as described in your meeting packet. It's staff recommendation that the commission move to approve these personnel policies as presented.
Are there any comments or questions from the commission? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment and no additional commission comment, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Oh, Madam Clerk, we need a motion.
Motion.
Someone like to make a motion?
Mayor Pro Tem.
It's all you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem, I move for the approval of personnel policies for travel and expense approval process, sick leave policy, overtime compensatory time policy, and time reporting pay periods.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Now, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
you caught me sleeping. Sorry about that, Mayor Pro Tem. Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item D, consider a resolution of intention to levy assessments for improvements of sidewalks, curb gutters, and alley approaches in the city of Helena, Montana for tax year 2025. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioners. First, before I go into too much detail with items D through P, I wanted to remind the Commission that we went through all of these assessment resolutions on July 30th at the General Administrative Meeting. There was a PowerPoint presentation that was presented at that time that went into detail on each of the assessments. For this particular assessment, it's for our sidewalk loan program, and it's an annual resolution to come before the Commission in order to place the assessments to recoup the costs of the loans that property owners agreed to pay back to the city. And with that, I am open to any questions.
Any questions or comments from the Commission? Is there any public comment on this item? Okay, seeing no public comment or Commission comments, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to levy assessments for improvement of sidewalks, curbs, gutters, and alley approaches in the city of Helena, Montana for tax year 2025, and to set a public hearing date for August 18, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item E, consider a resolution expanding the boundaries of the Open Space Maintenance District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. This particular resolution of intention tonight, actually it's a resolution, sorry, not a resolution of intention tonight, is just to expand the boundaries of the Open Space Maintenance District to include all those properties that have been annexed into the city since the last prior fiscal year.
Is there any Commission comments or questions? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Shertliff.
Thank you. I move to approve a resolution expanding the boundaries of the Open Space Maintenance District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item F, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Open Space Maintenance District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026, levying an assessment on all property within the district. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. Tonight is the Open Space Resolution of Intention for the Open Space Maintenance District. There's no proposed increase for tax year 25 or fiscal year 2026 for this. There is a $20 base fee and a 0.008 0.01 cents per square foot for impervious area larger than 2,222 square feet. With that, I'm open to any questions.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Open Space Maintenance District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026, levying an assessment all property within the district, and to set a public hearing for August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item G, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Special Urban Forest Management District for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the district. Director Danielson.
Mayor Pro Tem and Commission, this assessment is the Urban Forestry Management Special District that provides maintenance, preservation, and care of the tree canopy in the City of Helena city limits and public rights-of-way, parks, et cetera. There's no rate increase scheduled for tax year 2025, fiscal year 2026, and it's a flat rate of $39 per parcel that is proposed for the next fiscal year. With that, I have any open to questions.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Special Urban Forest Management District for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess on all property within the district, and to set a public hearing on August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item H, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the stormwater utility service area for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the service. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem and Commission, and thank you for reading all these and spending the time. So this is our stormwater assessment. It's for the stormwater utility, the maintenance and upkeep of the stormwater facility within the city limits. There are no proposed rate increases for tax year 2025, fiscal year 2026. The average residential vacant property rate is $46.16 up to 2,222 square feet. The average base fee for commercial property and mobile home parks is $71.81. There's an additional charge for anything over 2,222 square feet. Again, no rate increases proposed for tax year 2025.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the stormwater utility service area for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the service district, and to set a public hearing date for August 18, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item I, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the landfill monitoring and maintenance district for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the district. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. This assessment this year again has no rate increases proposed for tax year 2025, fiscal year 2026. This has for a normal residential customer, the rate is $7.23 per year. Commercial has a tiered rate structure depending upon the square feet of the property. This is for the maintenance of the landfill district, which is the purpose of, protecting the groundwater and contaminants from pollutants. I'm open to any questions if you have any.
Are there questions or comments from the commission? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Shertliff.
Thank you. I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the landfill monitoring and maintenance district for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the district, and to set a public hearing date for August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item J, consider a resolution expanding the boundaries of the Street Maintenance and Improvement District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. This particular resolution is to expand the maintenance district boundaries for any properties that have been annexed into the city limits within the last fiscal year.
Any questions or comments from the commission? I do have one question for you. Since we just received the newly taxable values from DOR, do we know if this includes, how do we know it includes properties that are on the DOR rolls, or is it?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. So the city does send the Department of Revenue updates of all newly annexed property within the city limits on an annual basis in January. So it should include all of that information that we passed off to the Department of Revenue.
And that is where the disconnect is occurring? Okay, thank you. All right. Seeing no commission comments, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution expanding the boundaries of the Street Maintenance and Improvement District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item K, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Street Maintenance and Improvements District Number 1 for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all properties within the district. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. So this is the special assessment for Street Maintenance District. It's for maintaining improvements within the city limits on our city streets. The rates for the street maintenance assessment have not been increased since 2021. The fiscal year 2026, tax year 2025 assessment option does include a 5% increase, both to residential, mobile home parks, and commercial properties for the next fiscal year to recover the cost of the operations of the district.
Are there any questions or comments from the commission?
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Logan.
Thank you. In our memo, it says, as part of this resolution, I believe it's included in the resolution as well, but property owners of commercial land have the opportunity to apply to the City Transportation Services Division no later than August 15 of each year, which I'm assuming would include this year as well, to apply for a reevaluation of their property to be assessed as vacant land for the upcoming tax year assessment. If a property owner proves their commercial lot is 40% or more undeveloped, the lot is assessed at the commercial rate per square foot for the developed area for the first 1,000,000 square feet plus the rate established for a vacant lot. So a couple questions. First being, if a commercial property owner were situated as described, where do they go to apply for this reevaluation?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioner Logan. So our Transportation Services Department, Director Konopke is, would be him or Christopher Cooey, the Deputy Director of Transportation Services, are the contacts for the city to take those applications.
And a follow-up or two? And if this, thank you, if this resolution is approved, then will public notification be made, like on the city's website or elsewhere, so that such property owners would know that this change has taken place?
Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioner Logan, yes, the expectation is that it will be identified on our city website. And I know that Director Konopke is working with Public Information Office to craft some public notification for this particular language in the new resolution. This has just been settled recently, so it's fairly new. I don't know that, I will indicate that it is likely not well-known throughout the city at this point, but by next year, there should be a larger public communication campaign in order to let commercial properties know that they have this option.
Okay, thank you, Director Danielson, and Mayor Pro Tem, one final, please. Thank you. So if, and this may not be for you, if a residential property was similarly situated, in other words, that their lot was 40% or more undeveloped, and so on, why would this not apply to a residential property?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioner Logan. So the rate structures are residentials just receive a base fee. So the impact to a residential property would be not impactful at all in order to apply to the city for this. So what happens with a commercial property that's less than or more than 40% undeveloped is they're taking a large tract of land and they're parsing it out for undeveloped, and then that's being assessed that same residential rate, flat rate, and the developed piece of the property is being assessed on a base fee plus an incremental fee per square foot. So residential property likely would not benefit from applying to the city to have their parcel reassessed. I can defer to the city attorney for more clarification if needed.
City Attorney Doctor.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Logan, essentially the discount that one gets for this application is to be charged for a certain portion of their property, the residential rate. So there is no discount for a resident. They get the lowest amount charged for their property already. So there is nothing that they could benefit for if they had undeveloped parcels in their property.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other commission discussion or comments? Is there any public comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Thank you. I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the Street Maintenance and Improvement District for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all properties within the district and set a public hearing date for August 28th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item L, consider a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the amortized loans issued under the Residential Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy Loan Program for the tax year 2025. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. This assessment resolution of intention is related to the energy efficiency program. These are voluntary loans that the parcel owner has agreed to borrow money from the city at a 10-year interest-free rate to cover the cost of renewable energy for their home. The maximum loan at this point is $12,000 per applicant, and we currently have $408,000 outstanding. To date, over 65 projects have been authorized, and that does not include the fiscal year 2026 allocation that the commission made toward this program. So it's a very popular program, and this is just the mechanism to have the parcel owners repay their loans back to the city.
Thank you, Director Danielson. Any comments or questions from the commission? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the amortized loans issued under the Residential Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy Loan Program for the tax year 2025 and set a public hearing for August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item M, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the collection and disposal of residential garbage and refuse for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all properties receiving residential solid waste collection. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. This is the annual resolution of intention to bring before the Commission to assess property owners for the disposal of solid waste within the city limits. There is no assessment increase for fiscal year 2026. It is will remain at $218.10 per year. It covers weekly waste collection, curbside recycling subsidy, the debt service for the collection equipment, and over 3,000 pounds of self-haul pounds of waste to the transfer station.
Are there any commission questions or comments? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the collection and disposal of residential garbage and refuse for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all properties receiving residential solid waste collection and set a public hearing for August 18, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item N, consider a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the cost of reimbursement for water and wastewater infrastructure installed by the city for tax year 2025.
Thank you, Mayor
Director
Pro
Danielson.
Tem and Commission. So this assessment is a loan assessment to property owners connecting to city infrastructure. It's a loan program known as the Cannon and Granite Cost Reimbursement Program pursuant to resolutions 20344 in 2017 and 20489 in 2018. Currently, there are 8 loans outstanding on this program, and outstanding balance on those loans are $95,585, and there are 4 loans that are actually assessed on their taxes, and then there are 4 outstanding loans that are actually assessed on their monthly utility bill, which is separate from assessing them on their property tax. And there are about 4 loans there with an outstanding balance of $30,600. And I'm happy to take any questions on this.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Logan.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the cost of reimbursement for water and wastewater infrastructure installed by the city for tax year 2025 and to set a public hearing date for August 18, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Item O, consider a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the special street lighting district for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess all property within the district. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. We're almost done. So this is the assessment for the street lighting districts within the city. We have 53 lighting districts within city limits. Each district has a self-balancing set of accounts, and the rate is calculated for each particular district depending upon cash collected, expected expenses for the upcoming year, and what their current cash balance is. After calculating the assessments for fiscal year 2026, most lighting districts will see a slight decrease to their assessment. In fiscal year 2025, I had anticipated a 15% electricity rate increase based on some of the publications from Northwestern Energy. The lighting bills did not come in, at that rate, so there was some savings there that created a little bit larger cash balances in each of the districts, which allows me then to lower their rate for the next fiscal year to maintain that reserve balance that covers the delay time between when we have to pay the electricity bills versus when we get the biannual tax receipts. So on average, I think a lighting district resident would pay about, I put it on here, around $200 a year. So some are less, some are more, depends on how many lights are in the district, how big the district is, and it's calculated separately. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Okay, seeing none. Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Commissioner Reed.
I move to approve a resolution of intention to specify the assessment option for the special street lighting districts for fiscal year 2026 and levy and assess, excuse me, all property within the districts and set a public hearing date for August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
We've made it to the finish line. Item P, consider a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the cost of removal of snow and ice from sidewalks on adjacent public rights-of-way for tax year 2025. Director Danielson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Commission. So this is our final assessment resolution of intention before the Commission tonight. It's just to recover a cost and fine recovery from those properties that were cited not to comply with city code. This year, there were only 4 properties that didn't comply. Properties are notified in advance of the issue of removing the snow and ice from their sidewalks from the right-of-way. If they don't comply, I do believe they get, don't quote me on this, but I think they get another notice, but then the city does come in and remove the snow and ice for them. And the cost of that removal is then charged to the property owner. They do get an invoice. If they don't pay it, they're notified, followed up on. If they still don't pay it, then that brings it to me to place on their property tax bill to recover the cost and the fine for the next fiscal year. Happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions or comments from the commission? Seeing none, is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Shertliff.
Thank you. I move to approve a resolution of intention to levy and assess properties to recover the cost of removal of snow and ice from sidewalks on the adjacent public right-of-ways for tax year 2025 and to set a public hearing date for August 18th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Public hearings. Public hearing item A will not be discussed this evening. We will need a motion to table it for a future meeting following the proper notice to the public. Item A is consider a resolution levying an assessment on properties to recover the amortized loans issued under the Residential Energy and Efficiency Renewable Energy Loan Program for the tax year 2025. Is there any comments from the commission before we entertain public comment and a motion? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment on this item? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to table.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Logan.
Move to table item 13A, the public hearing for a future meeting date following proper notice to the public.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Aye.
The motion to table carries 4-0.
Okay, that has wrapped up our regular items and public hearing items. Is there any public comment on any item not on the agenda tonight? Mr. Kuiper.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners. For the record, my name is Ben Kuiper. I'm the chair of the HCC. I just want to make a quick comment about tonight's HCC report. It was brought up that we saw a recommendation regarding Broadway and Beatty Street, and Representative Perry was unsure if that was forwarded to you. I just wanted to clarify for the record that that was tabled and it'll be seen at our next meeting in August. So if it passes at that time, it will be forwarded to you.
Thank you. Appreciate the clarification. Is there any other public comment on any item not on the agenda? Mr. Ham.
Mayor Pro Tem, members of the commission, I wanted to step up. My name is Kevin Ham. I run Montana Pride, which just closed on Sunday morning, about 3 a.m. And it was another amazing event that happened in our downtown and involved thousands of people, and hundreds of businesses were involved in it and crossed all over the town and took way too much time out of my life. I might be 80 proof now, I don't know. We had an amazing time, and part of the reason it was so good this year was the support that we got from the city, especially the police and our police chief, Chief Petty, who helped fix the sprinkler system. He's great at that. And everything else just went really smooth. It was great. It was really nice to have the support of the city. It was nice to see people marching in the parade that are supporting us in these times. It was nice to know that we had people out there dancing and singing and partying along with us as we're trying to support my community and retain our visibility as we go out. So we wanted to come up and say thank you. All the departments of the city actually did a great job. We had no problems this year, other than the permit system, but we'll talk about that later. And anytime we ran into any issue, it was a quick phone call and it was fixed, which is such a nice thing to do. And I can tell you, that is not how it is in other cities in the state. That is not how it is in any other city in this country that I know of. So you should stand tall with that one. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Any additional public comment? Okay, seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.